Why do cultural nuances cause lost in translation issues? Imagine trying to have a conversation where every word is perfect, but the message still gets lost or misunderstood. That's what happens when cultural nuances aren't understood in communication. It's not just about the words we speak, but also about the meanings, behaviors, and social rules behind them. Different cultures have their own ways of expressing respect, disagreement, humor, or politeness. When these are not recognized, messages can be misinterpreted or even cause offense. Language itself can be tricky. Words and phrases often carry meanings shaped by cultural backgrounds. For example, an idiom that makes perfect sense in one country might be confusing or meaningless in another. Literal translations often miss the implied feelings or humor behind expressions. This can lead to misunderstandings or awkward moments. Nonverbal cues are equally important. Gestures, contact, personal space, and body language vary a lot from one culture to another. In some places, direct contact shows confidence and honesty, but in others, it can be seen as confrontational or rude. Hand gestures that are friendly in one culture might be offensive in another. Since most communication is nonverbal, misreading these signals can cause confusion or even conflict. Values and social norms also play a big role. Different cultures have different ideas about politeness, hierarchy, and how openly to express opinions. For example, some cultures value directness and honesty, while others prefer indirect ways to avoid conflict. When people don't understand these differences, they might think someone is being rude or evasive when they are just following their cultural norms. Preconceived ideas about other cultures can distort communication even more. Judging someone's behavior based on your own cultural standards can lead to misinterpretation. For example, assuming silence means disagreement might be wrong if in that culture silence is a sign of respect. To communicate well across cultures, it's important to learn about these differences. Paying attention to language choices, observing nonverbal signals, and understanding social expectations help prevent misunderstandings. Asking questions and clarifying what was meant can also make a big difference. In the end, cultural nuances are what make communication rich but also complex. When we recognize and respect these differences, we can connect more effectively and avoid the common pitfalls of lost in translation issues.